Big old storm system dealing a blast of winter across several areas through Quebec tonight and into tomorrow. Montreal, they're probably going to see closer to 25 centimeters of snow, and they're even being spared the brunt of the storm system. Some of the areas to the east, like Quebec City, you can see up to 40 centimeters of snow. Environment Canada issuing snowfall warnings for the island of Montreal, saying that the hazardous conditions are expected. South of the border, they dealt with it all day yesterday, tubing in Central Park. New Yorkers taking advantage of the most recent snowfall. That storm that moved across the East Coast have many folks digging out. Parts of Jersey picking up 76 centimeters of snow. Meanwhile, about 45 centimeters dropped in New York City. It halted flights. It shut down a good chunk of the city, and it closed down 5 mass COVID-19 vaccination centers. Those are 2 cities that know how to deal with the snow, though, and they do know how to clear that relatively effectively. When you take a look at what's happening here on our satellite radar, you see that heaviest snow still hanging on in through portions of eastern Ontario, back up in through Montreal, Quebec, all the way into New Brunswick. Parts of Nova Scotia dealing with some very strong winds and some power outages, and looks like they're going to see a little bit of snow out in toward Newfoundland as well. And then zoom this out. You can see relatively quiet upstream. We'll keep an eye on another storm system that's going to work its way over the Rockies. Calgary's going to get some snow tonight. They're going to pick up about 15 centimeters of snow. But when you take a look at the colder air plunging down toward the south, you know what time of the year it is in South Florida? Falling iguana time. Sluggish, cold, lazy iguanas. Poor guys. They're going to have a rough night tonight. So they... Again, the Weather Service down there issuing a falling iguana advisory. I love that story. I look forward to it every year. All right, take a look at what's happening in terms of the FUTURECAST as we go through the rest of the night tonight. Areas off toward the east still dealing with the snow. We're clearing out here in Toronto as we go through the day tomorrow. And then as we wait until Thursday evening, we've got this storm system coming through. Temperatures around freezing. I want to wait for it to get into the high-resolution forecast models before we start talking about any projections or snow totals and who's going to see what. But it will be cold and windy during the day tomorrow. Warming up into the afternoon, though, to a high of +1. It's going to feel like -7 as we head later in the day. 3 degrees expected on Thursday. Overnight snow with a morning mix possible. Again, we'll talk more about it during the day tomorrow and Thursday. We'll keep an eye on some snow showers for Sunday. And then some much colder air working in as we go into the first part of next week, even colder than the last 2 rounds of cold air that we saw. Looks like it's going to be fairly chilly. That's a check on your forecast.